Hi everyone, my name is Shri. I'm the internship coordinator here at Improve Life. I'm currently in undergrad and I'm gonna be a senior this upcoming semester, and I'm excited to work with you guys all this summer. So I'm gonna go through just kind of some few tips and tricks type of thing for the internship. Let me just share my screen real quick, and I kind of just want to go through our syllabus and all. So let me just pull that up so you can see my screen. All right, so first of all, welcome to our internship. We are looking forward to having such a fun and educational summer with you all. Mari and I are super excited. We have so many interns this year, and we really are excited to have such a big production with Dr. Waggle this summer. So just to kind of go through, um, we will be having grades monthly. So Dr. Waggle will kind of be going through everyone's assignments, making sure everyone's turning things in on time. So you can see there's mandatory and optional assignments throughout the internship. So optional assignments may vary. For our marketing interns, that's kind of a little bit more if you want to do some of the pre-med stuff. For our pre-med interns, that's on the other end of kind of doing more of our networking events. I think Mario might have already posted about one. If you guys kind of go through the Google Classroom, that'll be in there. Um, so yeah, so this is saying if there will be 10 points taken off each day an assignment is late. And the way that our grading kind of works is Dr. Waggle will be using kind of the grading system that a lot of medical schools use, which is did not complete, fail, pass, high pass, and honors. And there will be a special recognition for the intern with the most amount of points throughout the internship toward the end of it. And generally we once in a while do have intern spotlights or intern of the month if we do have an intern going above and beyond. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. And making sure you can make an impact with the internship. All right. So I know many of you guys are pre-meds interested in shadowing with Dr. Waggle. So this is basically all the information about that. You please do not reach out to us about shadowing without completing all these bullet points. Because there are a lot of you guys, so we have to make sure to schedule it well. Because maybe there's like 10 to 12 weeks in this internship, but there's 40 of you guys, so there are not won't be enough shadowing opportunities. So you just got to make sure to be on top of it. So shadowing in Dr. Waggle's clinic is only on Wednesdays in person. Usually 9 a.m. honestly to 5 p.m. So if she asks you to come in earlier around 8:30, that's why we have that listed there. So you have that time available in case she does ask. And then if there are marketing interns who are interested in working with Mariam, then you can contact her separately to kind of like schedule with her because she has a little more flexibility on which days she can have you guys shadow. But with Dr. Waggle, it's mainly Wednesdays in person. Just because all the other days she's working, she works with patients virtually and has virtual appointments. Next thing is interns with 20 plus hours are eligible to shadow. So I'm going to be mentioning kind of a little more deeply about what we mean when we mean 20 hours. But it's basically anything you do related to improve life related to this internship, you can add to those hours. Next thing is completion of HIPAA training. So what usually happens is once you have 20 hours logged in your hour log, then you can reach out to me and Mariam, kind of send us an email and ask us about the shadowing. And if it is an option and if it is still open, then we will send over the HIPAA training. And um, it's also you got to make sure that you have no incomplete or overdue assignments. Obviously, if there's any incomplete that are due in the future, that's totally fine. But nothing that should have been already completed or already submitted. Next thing is, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, shadowing is scheduled on a first come, first served basis, based on whoever completes the hours or completes the assignments first. So Mariam will be posting bonus assignments. Those kind of will get you more hours, and more things to write in your hour log too. So if you need any letters of recommendation or anything like that from Dr. Waggle in the future, she'll kind of remember you and know what you did based off that hour log. Even if like she didn't interact with you too much, just because there are like so many of you guys, and if all of you guys don't get that face-to-face or more in-depth interaction, then the hour logs are mainly what helps her to remember and kind of jog her memory on what you did with her. So the hour log, you guys should have already all submitted that on Google Classroom by the time you you watch this video. So each intern uses this hour log to keep track of your hours in internship. So as I mentioned, that's official intern meetings, shadowing, time spent on your assignments, and optional slash bonus assignments. So yeah, once you get 20, the opportunity to shadow opens up. Be sure to be as detailed as possible to allow Dr. Waggle to remember all the hours you spent as an intern. And in that way, your letters of recommendation will be more detailed. And also Dr. Waggle asks for these hour logs monthly. So when she kind of like finishes grading for the month, she will also kind of review these. So kind of just like keep it going, type everything in as you're doing them, and that's kind of the easiest way to do it as well, rather than kind of going through Google Classroom assignments and stuff like that later on. Next thing, yeah, so you guys should have already seen the template and my example from when I was an intern a few years ago. So these were, a little too short, but once you get, further down, you can see, kind of how I'm a little more detailed about, what I did throughout the internship. Okay, and then in terms of schedule for the summer, there are going to be weekly internship meetings, just like this one, 5:30 p.m. on Mondays. They're all virtual unless we state otherwise, and there's going to be no meeting on July 1st and August 5th because Dr. Waggle is unavailable those days. And as I list later on, there are all other non-mandatory Zoom meetings on days other than Monday, and that's still TBD if there is anything that Dr. Waggle is interested in speaking with you guys about. All right, the next required thing is the physical exam skills workshop. Some of you guys have already emailed me saying that you may not be able to make it based on the timing and whatnot. So yeah, you just won't get the points for that. There'll be a certain number of points for each assignment or for each event that you attend. So you just will get like 0 points for that, but you can kind of like do bonus assignments or do our networking events to kind of bring those points back and see, make sure your grade is higher. So that'll be on Saturday, June 29th, 1 to 2 p.m. in the Ashburn Library and meeting rooms A and B. And then the next thing is a suture clinic. That's on July 20th, 4 to 5 p.m., but this is in Bramilton Library, meeting room A. We will also be having a mock interviews workshop. I know a lot of you guys are applying to medical school or applying to undergrad soon, so this is kind of something we wanted to do. That's going to be on Monday, July 29th, so we're still kind of figuring out if you want to have that in person or over Zoom, have you guys meet up on your own, so that's kind of once we figure out what to do with that, we'll give you details on that. And then last thing, not listed on here yet because it's not confirmed yet. But Dr. Waggle is planning on opening up a new location for her clinic. So once that does get confirmed this summer, that's kind of something you guys will be helping with a lot, especially the marketing interns. So just keep that in mind. That will be most likely toward the end of the summer, maybe in the fall. And that may be one of the mandatory meetings later in the future, whether that's in August or in the fall. But again, those dates are to be determined. So yeah, that's a little bit basically everything about our syllabus, about our internship. So let me look at the Google Classroom real quick. All right, so let's see. All right, so this is basically we kind of have everything formatted for you guys so we kind of can go through based on when everything is due and submitting everything on time. Generally, things will be due on Fridays so that we have some time to review it before the next internship meeting that's, coming up on the upcoming Monday. So that's pretty much everything I have for you guys. I'm really excited to have so many people, have so many interns. Please reach out to me if you need anything, whether that's like a private comment on a Google Classroom or an email, no worries, go ahead and do that. I will say if you are reaching out specifically about an assignment or something like that, just kind of put it in the private comments of the Google Classroom just so I know exactly, me or Mariam know exactly what you're referring to when you ask a question about something related to the internship, specifically an assignment. And then if it's a little more general or about scheduling and shadowing or something like that, then that's more like of a direct email thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, have a good meeting with Dr. Waggle, guys. I'm so sorry I had to miss it today.